So today I'm just making easy crock pot vegetable stew. I have 1 can of peas, 1 cup of corn, 1 bell pepper cut up, 1 onion cut up, a little broccoli in there, and I'm going to dice these potatoes. I have a couple potatoes I'm going to put in there, and some garlic and water or vegetable broth. I'm going to let that slow cook for a bunch of hours, and then I'm going to add a little flour to thicken it up, and we will see. Okay, let's throw these potatoes in there. With these potatoes. Okay, I got about 3-4 cloves of garlic diced up. I'm going to drop that into the pot there. Okay, I have now a couple of tomatoes I'm going to put in there. Had to get them out the freezer and defrost them. And yes, I freeze my tomatoes when I... Okay, let's get the tomatoes into there. I cut them on this board because I don't want to stain up my wood board. Drop those in there. Now we're ready to add our broth. Going to add some vegetable broth. Adding my vegetable broth, about 2-3 cups of vegetable broth. These cubes are my vegetable broth that I made homemade with purple onion, red onion. It came out purple, and I put the broth in ice cube trays and freeze it. My giant blocks of vegetable broth I used up, so I have a bunch of these little bags left. And because my freezer cubes I had used up with soups and things, so I put the rest of my vegetable broth in ice cube trays and put them in baggies for when I need some vegetable broth. I'm going to add a tablespoon of salt. I added a teaspoon of black pepper. Garlic salt would work just fine too, and onion powder and all that, but I don't have any amount. I have to make some more garlic powder. So, fresh garlic. Fresh onions, fresh garlic. So now, we got all that done. I'm going to plug it in and put it on slow cook low, and away we go. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to put it in the slow cooker. I'm going to cook it on high for a little while till it gets going good. Then I'm going to turn it down to low and let it simmer most of the day. So, there we go. And I set my crock pot on a pan because sometimes crock pot has tendency to spill over a little bit. So, just for precautionary measures. We'll add a few more seasonings as we go along. We'll see how it goes and see if I need to add a little cumin or oregano or something like that. So let's get it going, and then we'll taste it later. And now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of polewkowe balinki. It's just some spices. I'm going to add that in. I think it's just some parsley, green onion or chives, maybe a little cilantro. Not exactly sure what's in here, but I know what it looks like. It goes in soup and stuff. In a little while, when it cooks more, I'm going to add in some tomato paste or tomato sauce and a little flour to thicken it up. So now it's still on high. I'm going to turn it down to low. Let it simmer for a few more hours because we're not ready to eat. It's still early, and the longer it cooks, the better it's going to taste. Well, the longer it simmers, the better it's going to taste. Okay, so now I'm going to add 1 small can of tomato paste. which I already added. This is the second can, just one can. Okay, so I mixed 3 teaspoons of flour, a little water, made a slurry, and I'm gonna pour that in. So it'll make it like a stew. And I'm going to mix that up. Okay, and we're going to let it cook some more. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at the stew. See how it's coming along. It's getting there. It's getting a little thicker. Some of the vegetables still need to cook a little more. If you like, you can add some beef chunks. Have yourself a beef stew or chicken pieces, but we're just going with vegetable tonight. We've been eating a lot of meat lately and we need some vegetables.